All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Thursday, and we're starting early. That's right, starting early. Got my work done, so thought I would come on and start talking about Dogecoin. We have a lot of shorts getting wiped out. These are new short trades from this morning that Dogecoin is wiping out, and Dogecoin is actually kind of leading the charge this afternoon. Bitcoin is still futzing around 114, not quite as volatile as what Doge was today. And we'll talk about the big drop in the little red circle here. We will get into that as well, because I called it yesterday. I absolutely called it yesterday. And we'll talk about the ETF as well, A-Star. Yes, we will get into the Dogecoin ETF and what is going on with that as well. So a lot to talk about. Today is Crypto Watch Day because there's a lot going on with crypto. We had quite the day yesterday. That is behind us, but we do have the remembrance. And of course, today is 9/11, and we have the remembrance of that. So got through all of that. And we can just talk about making money again, right? We can make money if you just hold on and don't do stupid things. Don't do stupid things. No, I'm not going to watch Thursday Night Football. Do you know why, Jasper? I'm not going to watch Thursday Night Football because I don't get Amazon Prime. I don't get Amazon Prime. I would probably have it on in the background anyway because the Commanders and the Packers, it's NFC. But yeah, I don't get Amazon Prime. I'm not paying for it. So not watching. Yes, Ryan. Making money. Stream East is gone. Was that your way around, Ryan? Was that the way around? Oh my gosh. Oh, what's going on? Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Hey, Grace. Hello. DB. I know some of us work. I work too. In fact, I had to start earlier today, which is why I made my morning video even earlier. So it was before all of the action happened. I had my video done in the can and posted before all this happened. Yeah, let's go for 26. You know what, Ryan? Look at the magnet, right? We made a big magnet here to get over 25 cents, and it worked. So now, guess what we got to do? Yeah, guess what we got to do? 26. Let's go right there. 26. The magnet is now right there. All right, let's go. Let's get it. I like that. Let's get it. Good. It's always good when you start early. I mean, I wouldn't start early on a red day, right? Only on green days when I start early. Red days, I'll just I'll just wait till 4 o'clock. Hey, Boss Mac, how are you? Yep. You got in during the intro. No 2X. You don't have to catch up, Adam. You don't have to catch up. You're early. Don't wake up the cat. Yeah, I don't know where he is, what he's doing. But he'll come in. He'll join us, I am sure. You got home early today, Charlotte, from work? Jasper's still at work. early as 8:30 to, I had to have it posted before 8:30 because I had a meeting. So I posted it around 8 o'clock. So it's before all of that craziness. All of that craziness. All right. So, hey, let me get into what's going on here, and then we can chat more in the chat, okay? But let me get to my stuff here. First of all, Rex Osprey Dogecoin ETF will launch tomorrow? Tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow? It didn't launch today. And if you watch my video this morning, you would have known, because I was referencing an article that was pointing to Friday, and I was like, oh, I got one article saying Thursday, I got one article saying Friday, and it's an SEC thing. It's a registration thing. It doesn't have anything to do with Doge, A-Star. Has nothing to do with Dogecoin. This is all on the back end side, and I talked about it in this morning's video, okay? It has nothing to do with Dogecoin. It's all on the back end side. And so if you follow me on X, again, at KrissPax, for those who don't follow me, James Seifert from Bloomberg said, getting a bunch of questions about these Rex shares, Osprey funds, they're potentially launching tomorrow, namely Doge, but there will be others in the near future. And so I posted then, hey, everyone, and this was an hour ago, James Seifert from Bloomberg says the Dogecoin ETF from Rex Osprey is potentially launching tomorrow. Potentially launching tomorrow, right? So I put that in there. Potentially launching tomorrow. That would be on Friday. And no, not today, which I mentioned was a possibility in my video this morning. So that put it out there like, okay, tomorrow. And then James, since I reposted his post, he came and he responded to me saying, looking more and more like next week and not tomorrow, but time will tell. And I thanked him for the update. So that was nice of James to respond to me. And it was just like, from what he's seeing on how these ETFs work on the back end and everything that needs to be in place, it still might not happen tomorrow. So, but now I am following James. James is following me on X. And James will let me know. A-Star is a bear today. You're just being bearish today, aren't you? I know how it is, right? I get it. I get it. So that happened today. And you would know all of that if you follow me on X. Because you would have read all that. But I know you like to come here and hear it from me firsthand. So here we are. So that's what's going on with the Dogecoin ETF. And then, of course, I get all these replies from people saying, oh, come Dogecoin's price isn't moving. The ETF didn't launch today, guys. The ETF did not launch. However, Dogecoin is still up 2.5%. It's still up 2.5% today without the ETF launching, which means Dogecoin still has good support and good buying going on. So that's good. That is good news for Dogecoin. Dogecoin, this is from MarketWatch. Dogecoin leads the way as large cryptocurrencies post advances. So in the top 10 cryptos, what's the number one? Dogecoin. That's right, Dogecoin. Dogecoin doing great in the top. Now, on the day, Dogecoin is here, the 8th out of the top 100. And there's Bonk right above. We're going to talk about Bonk in a little bit. Losers, you don't want to be on this list. Of course, Mix Finance, because of the crazy 1,000% gain it had, it's selling off. It's now 20% for the day. Inform, which went on a big run. WorldCoin, Story, Pudgy Penguins even. Look at World Liberty Finance, 19 cents. It's 19 cents. Who's buying that? Is any of you guys into World Liberty Finance? I hope not. It's now a laggard. You don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that. But yes, on the day, you look at the top 10, it's Dogecoin up the most over the past 24 hours, leading the way. You could probably say that for the top 20 too. Yes. Leading the way of the top 20. Mantle is number 30 now. So you can't say top 30 because Mantle has moved all the way up to number 30. Wow. Okay. So we got that behind us. Great for MarketWatch to recognize Dogecoin leading the way. And that's without an ETF. The ETF did not launch. And Dogecoin is still up 5%. So Dogecoin price prediction. Doge partners with Bitcoin as the first ETF approaches. Is Doge about to become crypto's next giant? How about that for a news headline, huh? Is Doge about to become crypto's next giant? And what is this about partnering with Bitcoin? That's kind of interesting. So what do we have? So yesterday we had PPI, core PPI, with inflation being much less than what was expected. That was yesterday with the rate cuts incoming. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. But this thing about Dogecoin partners with Bitcoin. So for the first time, Bitcoin is joining the Dogecoin community through a new partnership between Lombard Finance and Doge OS. So we've been talking a lot about Doge OS. They're continuing to build with all of their betas for all of the apps for Doge OS. That is still building. And it's coming, right? It's coming. However, this is about Lombard. They've got $1.5 billion in total value locked, of which 82% is actively deployed in DeFi protocols. And they have turned billions of dollars in Bitcoin into yield-bearing capital. For somehow, and I hope this isn't like a Voyager or a Celsius or a BlockFi or something like that. I hope not, but always be careful. Be very careful about these things. But somebody is working on an app within Doge OS where LBTC is set to be integrated into the Dogecoin ecosystem, powering applications and providing deeper liquidity for builders. This move opens the door for Dogecoin to tap into Bitcoin's $1 trillion liquidity base, bolstering mainstream adoption and financial firepower. So, I don't know what this all means, but this is huge as one of these things coming for Dogecoin. So we have to be patient and we have to wait. Meanwhile, the Dogecoin ETF under the ticker DOJE is expecting to launch on not September 11th anymore, maybe September 12th, maybe September 15th. I will let you know. As soon as I know, you will know if you follow me on X. Yes, you have to follow me on X to get the latest update on what's happening with the Dogecoin ETFs. And then, of course, I will follow up on a video and live stream whenever the next one is. We'll be here. Meanwhile, Doge OS, they post out, bears keep saying that Doge has no utility. And we hear this again and again and again. Meanwhile, we're out here building payment rails, DeFi games, and developer tools. Keep sleeping while we construct the future of decentralized money. And so I'm like, when is this going to happen? They haven't released any dates yet of any of this stuff. And so we wait and we wait and we wait, right? If you hold Dogecoin, you have learned patience, right? You've absolutely learned patience. So we wait. Meanwhile, US CPI came in this morning at 2.9%, which was the expected number, still 2.9%. It's still at 2. It didn't go up to 3, right? So that was as expected. Now, what did I say during the live stream yesterday? Somebody asked the question, when is a good time to buy Dogecoin? Right? Remember that? That was just yesterday. When is a good time to buy Dogecoin? Of course, Ryan remembers that because he followed up with his own quote question, right? End quote. For the fun of it. But what did I say? I said 8:30 tomorrow morning, didn't I? I said 8:30 tomorrow morning. If you're looking to buy Dogecoin, have your dry powder ready. Have your buying powder ready at 8:30 Thursday morning. Remember that? That was just yesterday. I said that. Wasn't that far long ago. And so what happened? What happened at 8:30? Dogecoin was flying up here at about 25.5 cents. 25.5 cents at 8:29. And then at 8:30, dump. I told you there would be volatility. There was volatility. And so if you were ready, you could have picked up Dogecoin down here at 24.2, 24.3 on that wicked wick that came all the way down. So I'm just saying, people ask, I give the best answer I can give as to like what I see coming, when to buy. And there it was. Perfect buying opportunity for those. Now, chances are, yes, 1K, exactly. When's a good time to buy? Yeah, 5 years ago. Of course. But now we're here today, and I'll bet sometime during this live stream, right, somebody new is going to come in, and they're going to ask the question, when's a good time to buy Dogecoin? And I'm going to say this morning. This morning at 8:30. That's why you got to be subscribed and you got to have your notifications on. You got to be here for the discussion so you know what's going on. You only get that here. You got other guys on YouTube and all they do is technical analysis, right? That's all they do is TA. You come here and you get the news, right? The news is more important than anything TA is going to show you. TA is just a reaction to something that's already happened. It doesn't mean beans about what's going on in the future. The news is more important than technical analysis. Again and again and again. So that's what we got. Look at Doge moving up. Very nice. So what's going to happen next week? Well, we've got 5 more days now until the FOMC. 5 more days. And now there seems to be less likely 50 basis point rate cut. That number has gone from 10% down to 5%. So it's a 95% chance of a 25 basis point cut, 5% of a 50 basis point. And you know, that 25 basis point cut, that's now a 95% chance for September, Kriss had predicted 6 months ago, right? You remember 6 months ago? I said, no, there's not going to be a rate cut in May. There's not going to be one in June, not going to be July. It's going to be September. And now here we are in September and it's happening. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say other than told you so. I don't know. That's not me though. But yeah, that's what's happening there. Let's talk about Ethereum for a second. Because we know what's going on with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's holding 114. It's just kind of I mean, it's not dipping, right? But it's not really going up. It's holding steady. So while we start to see alts starting to move, right? And Bitcoin's holding steady, what does that mean? Well, particularly with ETH, that means the ETH Bitcoin trading pair continues to go up. So with ETH going up versus Bitcoin, what does that lead to? That leads to Bitcoin dominance. Again, what does Bitcoin dominance do? In this case, Bitcoin dominance goes down, right? So here's the trend of Bitcoin dominance. As predicted by Kriss again, right? Because I see what's going on. And, right, I just put these things out there, and there's my line. And Bitcoin dominance is following my line. So it's happening. And as Bitcoin dominance goes down, that means alt season. That's right, alt season is coming. And Lark is like, holy crap, right? The altcoin season index just hit 76. Are you paying attention? Alts. We knew this was coming. The rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and then from Ethereum to alts, which includes our friendly Dogecoin. That's right. Our friendly Dogecoin. Alt season. Right? Remember back in June when I said, if you want Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin, right? You should buy Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is going to outperform Bitcoin through the rest of the bull cycle. Then you can sell it back into Bitcoin, and you'll probably end up with twice as much Bitcoin as if you had bought it back in June, right? That's the thesis. That's the thesis. Yes. Kriss going to college. I've got all kinds of theses going on, right? That's my new word now, Ryan. It's going to be a thesis. Well, I had a thesis. The thesis about Doge and Bitcoin, and it is playing out pretty well. It's playing out pretty well. And then I just have as a reference this Dogecoin ETF. If anyone has any questions about it, again, I've got the launch guide here, and we can answer any questions about the Rex Osprey Doge ETF, what's going on with Grayscale, Bitwise, all of that. If you're interested about the ETFs. But for those just coming in, the Dogecoin ETF that was supposedly going to launch today might be tomorrow, might be next week. This has nothing to do with Dogecoin. This is all on the back end side, according to Bloomberg. It's the back end side of everything that they need to do, which we had talked about the other day when we talked about this. Again, we referenced this part of this barring any last minute hiccups. Where did it say? I think it was right around here, if I remember, in this article of what they needed to do on the back end. I don't see it right off the top of my head. Don't see it right off the top. But there was something we read the other day, which was what they needed to do on the back end side. And I don't see it right now. But it had to do with getting it all set up. I don't see it right now. All right. So that's what's going on. Webull stock. I don't know, Jay. I haven't looked at it. Don't know what's going on with Webull stock. I use Webull to trade stocks, but I'm not buying a Webull stock. At least that's me. Don't know what's going on with it. Haven't looked at it. Yeah, I don't see it. Anywho, what's going on with Doge right now? Hey, look, Doge is doing great. Very strong today. We had the big dip at 8:30. If you wanted to buy Dogecoin, that was the time right there. And now we have the magnet that has moved up over 26 cents. So Doge at 25.2, Bitcoin is just over 114,000. ETH still stuck in this zone, right? We got these two lines here, and ETH is still trading within those lines. And then I just wanted to touch on Bonk because Bonk has been behind, and we think it's time for Bonk now to start moving. And we saw that this afternoon. Finally, Bonk was getting away from this 23 line and has moved up to 24 and is now continuing to move higher. So for those who've been waiting patiently for Bonk, like me, because I still own some of this, Bonk is finally starting to move now. So, all right. What are you guys talking about? YouTube doesn't seem to like Cronos either because it made me 30 minutes late to the live. Didn't get notified till now, trying to catch up. Yeah. Rip. What do I think about the new IPO on Robinhood for Gemini? I'm not buying it. I don't do IPOs anyway. I mean, Circle was the only one in recent memory that did anything crazy. And guess what Circle's doing now? It's been selling off. Circle went up over $200, dropped to about 120. And today, what did Circle do? It actually was going up a little last I saw, right? Yeah, up to 133, 134. So Circle's having a good day today. But if you had bought Circle up at $200, you're way down right now. So I don't do IPOs on stocks. I let it settle for a bit and see where the trading is. I miss out on like a 2x. I mean, that's kind of what Circle was. Well, Circle was more like a 3x, I guess, from the time you could actually buy it. But again, that's risky. And Circle is the exception, not the rule. Most of them go down. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful with IPOs. That's all I say. Don't put too much into it on the IPOs. We saw it with Bullish, right? Remember when Bullish launched and it just dropped? Yeah. Is Crow going to move? Yes. Crow is definitely going to move. It had that big pump with, that with the Trump thing going on, right? We saw that pump. And then that was this big pump here, the end of August. And so it's traded down a bit since there. And typically when we see that, you take that pump and you cut it in half. And that's generally what it trades back to. And Cronos did that. But now we're seeing Cronos start to curve back up. So we're starting to see that rotation back up in Crow now. So yeah, I think Crow will get back up to 36, 38 cents. My target is still 50. There's a lot of people talking about $1 Crow. I mean, that would be awesome if it did that. I'm not expecting that. My target is up here at 50. And I will probably be rotating my Crow at 50 because that'll be a 5x. The 5x return from most of the Crow that I have, that's pretty good. I'll take that here late in this bull cycle. I'll take that as a win. So that's my target. And that could happen very quickly for Cronos. That could happen pretty quickly. Hey, Maramello, how are you? Hey, Duchess. Been watching the crypto live charts. I'm the crypto cheerleader in the family. Awesome. Awesome. I like that. I made 40,000 on bullish. Robinhood gave me 10,000 shares. Awesome. Good. Good. Congratulations on that. You're going to buy 30 shares of Gemini, 600 shares of Via. Good luck on them. Good luck on them. So you're going to play those. You're good on buying your Dogecoin. That's okay. You've got a good stash of Doge. And so now you're just thinking of your price targets for taking profits on Dogecoin. I got it. That's all right. You've been playing around with BTOG, up 20%. Yeah. I don't know what BitOrigin's going to do. It's back to 44 cents, I see. I was seeing if it was going to drop to 30, and it didn't quite make it. It made it to like 33, 32 cents. But now back over 40. So, yep, up 20%. You bought at a good time, Daniel. Awesome. Stickman, it feels only right to have something exciting getting released on a Friday. Either way, I'm drinking. Maybe I'll have a drink tomorrow. I'm not ready to today yet. Still upset about things today. So maybe tomorrow. I'm buying Dogecoin on the dip. Can't have enough Dogecoin. Yeah, that was our thing yesterday, right? Hey, Campo, how are you? See, that's the beauty of this, Crypto God. You buy both. You buy both. No shoulda, woulda, couldas. You buy both and you enjoy it. We haven't seen what Doge can do yet, though. So you're saying that a little early. Why do you got to be a bear? Why do you come in here? You put the clown thing on there and you're like, ugh. Let it play out, dude, before you start saying all these things. Did you watch my video back in January? I said it really wasn't going to move until October. So why don't you wait and see how it plays out the way KrissPax said it would before coming in here and spewing all that crap of how weak it is when we're not even in alt season yet. It's like, come on, dude. Yes, I'm going to pump your bag. I'm going to pump my bag. I'm going to pump all of our bags. We're getting a little taste of it now, but it's not time yet. We're still in September, dude. We're still September. All right? Patience, patience. I know what Ben says. He's wrong. Crypto God. Ben is wrong. Kriss is right. We're going to arm wrestle over this. Me and Ben. We're going to arm wrestle over it. But you guys will know that Kriss is right. Should I FOMO into Doge now? Oh, Crimulator. 8:30 this morning. Where were you? That was the pullback. It was 8:30 this morning. It was right there. That was it. That was it. Are we going to revisit that price? Maybe. But for those waiting to buy, that's what I said yesterday. I said 8:30 in the morning, be ready with your dry powder. And it hit, as I predicted. Hey, Sebastian, we know Megal is garbage. Yes, it is. It's the money printing machine. The magic money printing machine is Magic Empire. Megal. Will it go to $2? Yes. It was just $2 the other day after market. It hit $2. Some of you guys had it as well and you sold. I sold at $1.95. So I'm waiting for it to settle back down. And right now it is at $1.58. So it's at $1.58 right now. I think it's still going to come back down. Meggle. Probably back into the 130s. And I will buy back in, and I will wait for it to go on its next run in about a month from now, because that's how Meggle trades. So see me in October, and we'll talk about the next Meggle pump. I don't know. That's just kind of how it works. Could Doge get to 29 cents before the FOMC? Well, that's only 5 days away, Byron. I don't see Doge rocketing up 29 cents, but there's a lot of anticipation about the ETFs, or this one ETF. Is it going to launch tomorrow? Is it going to wait till Monday? If it doesn't launch tomorrow and it's waiting till Monday, over the weekend, is Doge going to keep going up? I mean, this Dogecoin chart has just been very, very nice. Just continually posting these higher lows, right? All the way from, back here. You could actually go all the way to the 1st of September, right? That's really where it started, from 1st of September. Right there. And what has Doge done since then? Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and just keep printing higher lows, and now we had the one this morning, still a higher low. Dogecoin has not come back and retested any lower prices yet since September 1st. That is an awesome looking chart. Very bullish chart here. Very bullish chart. So I like the slow and steady gains instead of the big God candles that go up. I think that's working great. So I want to keep with that. Again, patience. The slow gains for Doge is much better than a big green candle that goes rocketing straight up. Because that big green candle would get shorted down. No, Lord Drip, I did not say that. I did not say that. So be careful trying to quote me things I say, because I know what I say and I know what I didn't say, and I didn't say that. Okay? Yep, Con, exactly. This is not alt season yet. We're not there. Next month, let's check in. Now, Lark says, hey, not that one. What's the other one? Oh, Crypto Rover. Was it Crypto Rover? Oh, it's Lark there. We're just touching. It's just starting to touch there, but we're not in full-blown alt season yet. That's what he says. Generally never good to FOMO. Try to find a dip to 23, 24. I know, Alex, 23 cents would be awesome. But look, we talked about this yesterday. So far, Doge has not had any lower lows now for 12 days. Each dip is higher than the previous one. I don't know if we're going to see 23-cent Doge again. Maybe. So what we talked about is, if you're looking to buy, right, wait for those opportunities of those big drops and buy then. Don't wait for a certain price. And during yesterday's live stream, I said 8:30 this morning, 8:30 Thursday morning, be ready. And certainly Doge went on a big wick down. That was the time to buy. Now, if we have weakness overnight and weakness into tomorrow, maybe Doge settles back into the mid 24s. I don't know. Got to be ready, though. Got to be ready. I don't follow Sushi Swap. You hold Doge and sushi. I've never bought sushi. Well, not the crypto sushi. I like the food sushi. I know, right? Our Khan actually said something that is sounding bullish. Rare event. You're right. Peak. What's going on? I saw Peak was moving today. What was going on there? I saw Peak was moving. Look at that. Up 14% today on Peak. Look at that. So didn't quite make it to 8 cents, but it's in the upper sevens now. We'll see if it holds. That's going to be the thing. Monty, is this going to hold? I have no idea. I don't have a prediction on Peak because I've been wrong. I've been totally wrong on Peak for a year or for 8 months. I've been wrong. So right now, I just want to see this hold 7.5 cents. Can we hold 7.5 cents here on Peak? That's what I want to see. And if it doesn't and it comes down, then it's weak and it's going to come back down. I don't want to see that. So we'll keep our eyes on that though. Hey, PexCat, buddy. Hi. Do you think we go down end of the year? Or we pull through the beginning of the new year? Hey, I've got a video for you to watch. Again, guys, for everybody else, this is exactly why I made this video. Go on to after the live stream, go on to my YouTube channel, click on videos, and then watch this video called the 2-year outlook right there. Dogecoin crypto 2-year outlook. Okay. And this shows you what I think is going to happen between now and the end of the year and into 2026. So watch that video right there. All right. Take a look at that. Thank you, Christian, on that prediction of a summer chop. Yep, Chris got that right. No, Crypto God, that's not true. Ben admits that he's wrong every once in a while, and he admits when he is wrong. But he does have some very strong convictions about things. And he's right more times than he's not. And I'll give him that. I mean, he called 66% Bitcoin dominance, and he was spot on with that. But then he also said it was going to turn around and go higher up to 70%, and that didn't happen. So he's already wrong on that. His Bitcoin dominance is now 58% and is going to continue to bleed down, not turn around and go back up to 66 like Ben thinks. We'll see how that plays out, though. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah, and I agree, Con. This alt season chart, where is it again? That one right there. That's not a great chart. Because I don't think it's 76 either. And I'm not really feeling that big of an alt season yet. I have besmirched the good name of Lord God. Yep. Yuppers. I like that, Duchess. Yep. Patience. Patience. Yep. Dogecoin ETF got delayed. Follow me on X at KrissPax, and you'll see my conversation here with James Seifert from Bloomberg talking about the launch of the Rex Osprey Dogecoin ETF. So James had initially said potentially tomorrow, and then he followed up later and said now he's hearing it might be next week. Not much time left to FOMO. That's true. The Russell is moving, right? Russell 2000 is moving. What price will you hold at before selling? It's not about price for me, Deadshot. It's going to be about the news and the calendar, not about the price. I'm not looking for Dogecoin or other cryptos to hit a particular price. I'm looking for what's the news through October? How are things looking toward the end of October? Is there going to be a government shutdown? You guys heard about this? Have you heard about the big government shutdown that might happen? Right now, it's about a 50% chance there's going to be a government shutdown. See, it's news like that that technical analysis isn't going to tell you. It's not going to tell you. So government shutdown is generally bad for the markets. That would not be good. So, not be good. Good things come to those who have patience. Yes. I know, Jay, isn't that funny? You FOMO into something and then it takes off. Yeah, Solana's going to do great. I'm just saying $300 for Solana. I don't think it's going to go to 500 or 1,000 or some of these other crazy prices people are talking about. 500 might be in the cards on a real true big alt season, but I kind of doubt it. I doubt it. I was saying 300. Rate cuts won't immediately cause a market crash. Yeah. This rate cut coming up next week is going to have volatility on that day, right? We're going to see that Wednesday afternoon. I'm telling you guys now, Wednesday afternoon, volatility, right? Up and down, craziness. And then we'll see how it goes out from there. But it's nice to see Doge over 25 cents. It may come back and retest. We'll see. Annie is there. Looking to hear All Eyes on Doge. We will play that shortly. Some more All Eyes on Doge. Hi, Annie. Could be crazy next year. Yeah, I don't know about next year. I think it's all going to happen this year. The ETF's going to do good, more than you expect. Yeah, I still think that this first one is just kind of a low-level one, and the big one is in October. The grayscale one. That's the big one. That's big time. But we'll see. You think there'll be a God candle? I don't know. I think it's still going to be kind of more doing what it's doing now. Unless Mr. Elon does something crazy. But I'm not counting on that. Lord Drip, if you're saying something that you're kidding about, you got to put a little emoji, right? You can't just say, Kriss said this without, you got to put an emoji at the end of it, okay? You put an emoji at the end of it, and then we'll know you're being sarcastic or you're kidding, all right? Just a little tip here on the KrissPax Live, all right? Got to put the rolling on the floor laughing emoji next to it, and then we'll go, oh yeah, he's just kidding. Hey Pro, how are you? Dogecoin and Crow racing to $1. I'll love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't forget to like. Yes, Jasper. Agree. Just talked about Solana. Farzad is here, and I don't have a translator. Sorry. I don't have a translator for you. YouTube doesn't give me that opportunity to translate this thing. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Oh, wait. Translate to English. Can I do that? Is it going to let me? Well, I don't know what it did with it. Uh-oh. I don't know what it did with it. It was right after cons. I think it just blasted it. I just wanted to translate it. I'm sorry. Anyway, I didn't get that. Yeah, it's not doing it for me on the back end. Sorry. When's a good time to buy MicroStrategy? Yeah, when Bitcoin dominance bottoms out, probably. Yeah. Oh, I got your translation. I did get your translation, Farzad, right here. He says, hello. In my opinion, and according to the available data, Dogecoin can cost 80 cents to $4. Gotcha. The translator did work. I gotcha. All right. That sounds like a AI thing, according to the available data, right? Hey, I'll take 80-cent Dogecoin. That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Mac is loading up on Zone. Good luck, dude. It's up 3% aftermarket, I see. Looks like there's more action aftermarket happening with that one. Oh. Say doing well? Yeah, he's addicted. Peaked, yeah, like a few weeks or a couple weeks after launch. It was up big, and then it just went down, down, down. Yeah, you stopped checking too. So did I, Charlotte. I just stopped checking. If somebody asks me to look at it, I look at it. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah. What do I think of XRP? I think everybody in the chat can answer that for me. They've heard it so many times. I just say, do your research. Do your research. How many tokens there are circulating versus the total amount. See if you can figure out when all of those other tokens are actually going to be distributed and who's actually making money off of XRP. So ask yourself those questions to find out for yourself. Pax Cat just walking on the keyboard. He's being good today. He's just hanging out over here on the side. But he's never wrong. That's right. Doge. I know. Maybe tomorrow we'll see that. Maybe tomorrow. Every cycle, people start praising Ben, and then they end up looking Bitcoin to go from 15 to 40, waiting for a dip that Ben called. He knows a lot, but doesn't know everything. Yuppers started in the East Coast. Did early. I've heard it a lot. So maybe. Yes, Jay, we moved the magnet up. 26 cents now. There's the magnet. It already worked for 25, so now 26. The magnet is there. What's the government shutdown? That's the inability for Congress to get together and actually pass a spending bill. And so instead, what they do is they give it an extension. And the extension runs out. I think it's the end of October. Let's see what Grok says. When is the U.S. government shutdown going to happen? Let's see what Grok says if I just ask that. Searching. The U.S. government is at risk of a partial shutdown at midnight, September 30th. September 30th. Well, that's coming sooner than I thought. I thought it was October. If Congress does not pass and the president does not sign a full year appropriations package for fiscal year 2026 or a short-term continuing resolution to extend the current funding levels. As of September 11th, none of the 12 annual appropriation bills have been enacted. So I guess it's September 30th. Potential U.S. government shutdown. Yeah, not good. Not good. Odds of a shutdown, 50% right now. Potential and what happens. Yeah. Thank you, Grok. Yeah, not good. A quarter dollar, 25-cent Doge. Joshua, on your lunch break, wanted to swing in to wish everyone a happy Thursday. We watch later. Awesome, Joshua. Demo, how are you? A lot of patience. Yeah, Jasper, I don't count on Elon too. I've been calling him a wild card. The wild card, Elon. We just had an ETH $250,000 long leverage on ETH. Right there. Wow. It didn't even drop that much. Somebody lost $250,000 in half an hour. Christian, did you miss any good stuff? Yes. You always miss good stuff, but you can always go back and watch it under 2x speed, and I sound a lot faster. How big market cap for $1 Doge? Well, how many Dogecoin are there? There's 150 billion Dogecoin, then it's $150 billion market cap. Where would that put that? That would put Doge at 150 billion, would be number 5. Not unreasonable. Not unreasonable. $150 billion market cap for Doge, it would be number 5. So let's do it, right? Let's just do it. Let's go. Ugh. What's the recommended amount of crypto to own? It is, Uncle Dalty, exactly whatever you're willing to risk. Crypto is still a risky investment. It's a different amount for everybody depending on their financial position, what they have available, and how much risk they want to take. So. Yeah, thank you for the translators, everyone else. I finally got it on my end. Thank you, everybody, though. Dogecoin to 1,000. Yeah, that's kind of up there. Did anybody watch the RH Summit? I certainly didn't. But you can buy more Robinhood stock? Probably. I bought it last year at like $14. $14. And I sold it at like 45. It was like a 3x. Awesome. I did a 3x. Now look at it. Now it's like 120. Ah, well. True, Cowan also got the start of the bull season wrong. Exactly. He was sitting on stable coins. And I remember he said it. He was sitting on stable coins while Bitcoin was going from 17 to 20 to 25 to 30. And he was sitting on stables. I remember that. So another time he was wrong. It happens about the end of every fiscal year. Yeah, no, it does. I should have known that. It's September is the end of the fiscal year. VP said he's turning into a moon boy in October. Yeah, someone also told me that by December, he's going to stop posting crypto videos and he's going to do food reviews or something. He's going to do food reviews. I was like, hey, he's going to play the YouTube thing, right? Food reviews. Sure. Go for it, VP. Go for it. I'm like, okay, food reviews. Okay, we'll buy 150 billion. What happened to no tax on OT? I don't know, Ryan. What happened there? There was all they talked about were the tips, right? And they were talking about like Social Security for people in retirement, but I don't know what happened with the OT. What's happening with Zone? You have to ask Boss Mac. Clean Core. Hey, Clean Core is going to continue to build their Dogecoin treasury. They have 285 million Doge. They have a target in the next 30 days to have 1 billion Dogecoin in their treasury. There's all this stuff about the House of Doge and talking about using that as collateral or liquidity for something else. And I just kind of we have to wait and see what that actually is. So Zone is doing something after market. It is. It's gone from 398 to 466 after market. 470 after market. Wow. Boss Mac, he bought more Zone today. Goodbye. Because now it's flying. Craziness. Craziness. When Doge goes to $1, half the hotels in Boston will suddenly be fully booked. And they'll all be asking, can I pay in Dogecoin? Hey, Lulavec, thanks for the super chat. How's the DG1 home miner? 25 Dogecoin mined so far. Average hash 2200 GH. I don't know what the 2200 means. And once I get mine, I'll start watching those numbers. But hey, it's a good start, right? It's a good start. Hey, Jason, waiting to become a Dogecoin millionaire in October. Well, there might be a dip coming around September 30th, October 1st, if there's a US government shutdown. So eeped back into the market last night. Or I believe Elon will do something about Doge. I hear a lot of talk about that, but we're waiting. We are waiting. Yeah, can we get the head of Oracle to buy some Doge? I agree, God. VP's funny, pretty straight up. Viewer count collates with Dogecoin price. Did he say that? It is kind of true, actually, Kilmar. It is. On a percentage basis, I had the most increase in both my viewer and sub count last November when Dogecoin was going up 250%. So he is kind of right there. Viewer count and subscriber count both increased on a percentage basis as Doge was going up. Yep. Hi, David. How are you? Yeah, baby. Right. Boss Max in the game on zone. It is moving quite a bit here. Now it's coming back down. It's coming back down fast. 440, 430, 420, 418, 410. Boss man, it's dropping. $4, $3.90. Wow. All the way back down. And now it's even lower than the end of the day price. What's going on with this thing? There's some craziness going on. It just went from 380 to 420 in like 10 seconds. Wow. It crashed and now it's going back up. That's crazy. Last October, November, it's when you started watching. Almost a year. Almost have an anniversary there, Charlotte. Yeah. What's up with ETH? It's not done. It's just going sideways, folks. ETH is going sideways, right in the zone. We had this zone identified. It dipped below it early September and is now right back in it. So kind of sideways. Because interest in Dogecoin is increasing. Dogecoin isn't going up because of his views and in such. He can't use it as an indicator. Maybe. 24/7, Abraham, you think that's support? 24/7? I suppose. I mean, it did dip down to 24.2 here this morning on that wick. So if you look at the wick and the actual price that it went down to, it was 24.2 on the wick. I don't think we're going to go down to 21 cents unless there's some big crash. I mean, certainly a US government shutdown is not good. Okay, September 30th, October 1st, we got to watch for that. We got to watch for that. Hey, Nicholas. So if there will be the government shutdown, there will be a big deep dip. There will be no big pump after anymore. No, Nicholas, it depends on how long that lasts. I mean, I'll have to go in and look at what happened the last time there was a lengthy shutdown. I don't remember what year it was. I want to think 2018. I got to go look. But there was a government shutdown that went on for like a month. I remember that. Most of them just last a few days. It lets the Republicans and Democrats do a bunch of finger pointing, and then eventually their constituents are saying, solve this thing, let's get it worked out. And they figure out and extend to another date. Typically what they do. I hope it's not long. I hope it's not long. Do I know anything about the VThor token? Yes. So VThor token works with VeChain, and it is the token that's given out as rewards if you stake your VeChain. It's a cheap token. There's a ton of them out there, so it's 0.0019 right now. It's real cheap. It has gone on big runs. It could go up to to a penny, or maybe even 2. I don't remember last cycle, but it does go crazy. It's volatile. It's more volatile than Dogecoin Boss at times. Here it is right here. Because what it does is it goes on big runs out of nowhere and then is dead for long periods of time. It does this kind of thing. The last one was January 20th. It went from 0.002, came all the way up to a penny, and then all the way back down. Here's what it did in February 2024. It went from 002 all the way up to 007 and back down. And even if we look back into 2021, just huge trading on this thing. 2 cents, 2.5 cents. So it can pump. And I don't know if it has a huge pump in it for the fall, but if it does, expect it to go fast. Expect it to go fast. That's VThor. And I do own some VThor tokens. I will admit it. Because I like that action. Be patient and wait. And then all of a sudden, zoom, here we go. That's why I like the Megal stock too. It does the same thing. Jay, you've got a Robinhood Gold card. Every time I'm buying, you're earning points. What does Robinhood get out of that? They get the float, and they use the money on the float. That's all I know about credit cards. Yep. You're going to exit when I get up to 1,000 viewers on the live. That's going to be your key. How many viewers does KrissPax have on his live streams? And you'll be like, okay, time to sell. Sidelining, hoping maybe 26, maybe. You're watching that too, Con? You want me to succeed in the live stream, but yet that's going to be a sell signal for you guys. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to look at that 2018 thing on the government shutdown. It seems about that time frame. I'll look at that. Hey, DB's back. How you doing? Nice of you to come back. Yeah, but the whole debt ceiling thing is a sticky issue between the Democrats and the Republicans, and they're not going to agree on it. So I have a feeling it's just going to be another extension. Anything on SuchPay? I haven't heard a thing. Haven't heard a thing about SuchPay, Adam. Thanks for asking, because you're right. We should continue to be asking. What is going on? SuchPay. The merchant fees. Yeah, they get the merchant fees, and then they can use that money to make more money. Yeah, so my 2-year outlook video, Yeely, remember, right? That doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. That's if you just look at the fib lines based on the previous high and low, that's what it shows. That doesn't mean that that's exactly what's going to happen, so be careful. If you're still buying Dogecoin at 60 cents, be careful. That's all I say. Selling on viewership could be active. Oh, DB, you're going to be with them too? Ugh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'd like to have 1,000 in each live stream. That'd be awesome. Gets my word out to more people. Oh, hey, CDC, how are you? Yeah, there's kind of crap all over. It's not just on TikTok. But agree. I don't know why Trump still keeps it around. He had lots of opportunities to already ban TikTok because of the whole China spying thing. Now it's just another reason. Should just do it. Bitcoin is to gold what Doge is to the US dollar. Yes. Seethan, I believe that is exactly correct. Bitcoin is to gold what Dogecoin is to the dollar. All right, Jay, what's your plan? Be cashing out all my crypto by the end of the cycle. We'll leave 12,000 in XRP in the faith of turning out to be a future Bitcoin just in case. Yeah. So I'm going to cash out the XRP. I'm going to keep some in Doge and Bitcoin, but I will cash out of everything else. That's my plan. Algorand, I am not bullish on Algorand. Yearly. I have some algo. I will sell it October, November timeframe, and I'll be done. I will be done. The ETF did not help Doge, but yet it's up 5%. So 5%. Kev Capital did a Doge video today. I'll check it out, Mac. I'll check it out. Is Reddit owned by the CCP? I didn't know that. I thought Reddit was American. You sent me a cute AI crypto cheerleader. All right. If we do have a pullback due to the shutdown, can we expect to resume alt season? Yes. I still think it'll come back. I don't think the politicians are going to want a long, drawn-out shutdown. But it's happened before. You can't wait till the next bear market to accumulate consistently. It's okay to think about that. I mean, I was thinking about that, not in 2021, but in early or mid 2022, probably mid 22. Once we had the Luna crash and Celsius and Voyager, that's where I really started thinking about, all right, when am I going to go all in on crypto? It was probably like June of 2022. I was like, all right, I am going to prepare for the bottom of the bear market, and that's when I'm going to go all in. And that's what happened. Abraham, ETH or XRP? To decide between those two, well, ETH is a much better product than XRP, but XRP's price could do better than ETH from here. Don't know. Personally, I wouldn't be buying either of them right now. I think you're going to get much better gains in Dogecoin than either of those two from here. So, will Rectember come? Well, right now, right at the end of the month, we may be seeing some pullbacks. If we have this government shutdown in the United States, that's not going to be good. You can't buy Dogecoin on the MyDoge app in the UK. There must be some license or something that they would have to have for the UK. So you'll have to go on an exchange, buy it, and then transfer it over. Are we still having the dollar Dogecoin party? If it happens, yes. What are the chances? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to go on Polymarket and see if there's a $1 bet. I still think Bonk is going to at least go back up to 0.0000040. It's at 23 now, so at least back up to 40. And I may be looking at taking some profits there. You're going to load up, pull a Kriss, goodbye banks? Absolutely. Will it play out that way? We don't know. But it's done it 3 cycles in a row, and we're in the 4th cycle, and it's playing out just like it. That means 2026 is going to be bear. Dogecoin, Avalanche, 2 good cryptos to have. An end of the cycle party regardless of the price. Ugh, that won't be as fun. Rectober, 1st or 2nd week, lines up with the golden thesis. It would just be like the 1st week of October. Again, if there's this government shutdown thing. How many zeros is SHIB going to reduce? Well, from where it is now, it's not going to reduce another one. That would be an all-time high. And of course, Pups is here. Hey, Pups, how are you, my friend? Pumping those SHIB bags. Good luck to you, man. Good luck. Exactly, Brian. Needs to be $1. Another thesis. More theses. Right? We need more theses. Dogecoin needs to be $1 before the party. That is a thesis. Theses. Time and money are on our side. Indeed. Indeed. All right. Let's see what is going on here. Move to a new window. Pull this over here. Unchained podcast. I don't see it. I don't see it. You sent me the cheerleader, but did you send it via email or via X message? We'll stop when Doge gets 30 cents. When to rebuy Megal? We'll see on how low it settles. Again, I've been very patient with this before, and it's always worked out. Right now, it's $1.52. Is it going to get back down to the $1.30s? Probably. May take a week or more. You just got to be really patient with this thing. If it goes crazy before I buy back in, it might do that. But I'm going to be patient and wait. I've already made a lot of money on Megal. I hope to make more, but I'm gonna let it settle longer. If you want to summon Christoph, just say theses. He likes that. Theses. Ave to 330. Didn't it already hit 330? Yeah. Oh, this is right where I sold it. I sold it at 306 back in January. That's right where I sold it. It's all the way back up. 330 is not that far away. It was just there. A week ago or 2 weeks ago, it was just at 330. 400 is its high. It already broke above that line. Yeah, 330 is not that far away. Doge is not live yet, George. Follow me on X at KrissPax. I'll keep you up to date. Here's my latest back and forth with James Seifert at Bloomberg. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. You just took the L on Sheeb and added to the Doge back. There you go, Christian. I did the same thing with Trump token, the Trump coin token. Finally took the L, and I bought Pengu and Pump, and I'm so happy I did that. Pump is already doubled. So Trump coin's not going to do that. So I'm making my money back that I lost. Dogecoin versus Sheeb, even when we zoom out, because there's a chart here, and it just keeps going down. Sheeb just keeps continually bleeding out versus Dogecoin. This is not a chart that is good for Sheeb. It just has been bleeding out and bleeding out and bleeding out. Sheeb versus Doge. Some may say that Christian sold at the bottom. Sheeb versus Doge. I kind of think it's going to keep going down. Now, at some point in time, Sheeb is going to go on a big run. But compared with Doge will be running at the same time, probably. Could Sheeb outperform Doge for that short period of time? Maybe. But I think people just care less and less about Sheeb now. Really, it's just everyone is like sick of it, except the Sheeb army and a few hangers-on who just still think Sheeb is going to do something. I mean, look at it versus Dogecoin. Just since July, I mean, this thing is down 25%. Sheeb versus Doge, 25% in less than 3 months. Not good. Not where you want to be. So, Christian, I think that's the right move. Doge is showing a little weakness right now, but holding above 25 cents. See if we can hold that as support. When Doge goes to $1, the flight ticket to Boston will go up. Let's go look at Polymarket. Do they have a $1 Doge? Dogecoin all-time high before 2026, 16%. We'll look at that one in a minute, see if there's a Doge dollar. And that's the only one that's closest to that. Dogecoin all-time high before 2026 is only a 16% chance. So that means Dogecoin to $1 would be even less. Shiba outperforms Dogecoin as a tax offset. That is right. That is right, Campo. That was a big L, 58% red, Christian. Bit the bullet. Yeah. So Yeely, the chance of Dogecoin getting to $1 on Polymarket would be less than 16%. Because they're only saying 16% just to go to 73 cents. So the betting market is not very kind to Dogecoin right now. All right. That's what we see on Polymarket. I know, Seethan, right? On one hand, very antsy for $1 Doge, but on the other hand, the slow, steady growth keeps me from selling too early out of anxiety. We like the slow and steady growth. This is different for Doge. Doge typically does not trade like this. To trade like this for 2 weeks is just, that is not typical Dogecoin trading here. This is not typical. And I've been following Doge for 4 years, like every day. And Doge does not typically trade like this. So I'm very encouraged by this Dogecoin price action. I'm very encouraged by it. Look at this, just penny by penny by penny, slowly, higher lows consistently. And I know there's some of you that are like, oh, it's got to dip down and take out all those leverage longs. Well, we may have an opportunity for that in a couple weeks. How accurate is Polymarket? I don't know. Mac, maybe you can ask Grok or go on X and see if someone has some kind of data on that. I mean, we can just ask Grok, right? This is a good one. How accurate is Polymarket? Oh, see what Grok says. It's a good question. How accurate is Polymarket? Polymarket is a decentralized prediction platform using World War. Key findings on accuracy. Resolved markets, 90% accuracy 1 month before an event resolves. 90% accuracy 1 month before an event resolves. That's actually pretty good. 90% accurate. It's not good for Dogecoin reaching 73 cents. But there you go. So there's a lot of data here. You can read through that, but yeah. On Doge, hold on. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Videos are doing well again in the mornings. Getting a lot of good feedback on the videos. And then we just hang out here. Then we hang out here. That's what ChatGPT said too. Yeah, not good for Doge. Yeah. I mean, people just aren't betting on that. It's not a good bet right now. Now let's see what happens in October, and we'll see if that percentage changes. Right, in 1 month time, Doge has till November to be over 50% accurate. So yeah, let's let it play out. If it's December and the price is still down 30 cents, I think we have our answer. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what this thing's going to do. I mean, people still talking about Bitcoin going to 150, 180, 200, 300. I mean, there's all kinds of predictions out there for Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin going to do? Yeah. So mine had Bitcoin again at 160 right here. Is my prediction. 160. My prediction from 2 years ago was 180. This prediction was based on the fib. We ran the fibs again on that 2-year outlook, and that came up to, like, by mid-November, we're up at $160,000 Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up to 160, well, then Doge, Doge gets moving, right? It does what it's supposed to do. According to the fib line, we're way up here, $1.80. But I went back and I said, well, no, it'll be down here. Yeah, I had to move the top of this up. It was like $1.16, if I recall. So but anyway, we do get ahead of ourselves. Right now, look at that. Held 25 cents for now, up to 25.08. Let's wait and see. You'll be happy with 50-cent Doge. Let's look at those heat maps. Sure. Right now, pump is still going up and getting shorts liquidated in the short term. Let me just check on that real quick. And then we'll get to the heat map, just because I see some shorts getting liquidated on pump. Oh, pump had a dip and now it's coming back up. So people were trying to short it down even further, and they're getting wiped out. Awesome. Awesome. Well, Bitcoin, you know, is doing nothing, right? Bitcoin's just going sideways. So we got a bunch of shorts, got a bunch of longs, and Bitcoin is just doing nothing. Straight sideways. So who knows? 50-50 shot, up or down, right? With Bitcoin. Doge has been taking out shorts. Doge has been coming up, taking out shorts, coming up, taking out shorts, and then even took this one out. $5 million short got taken out after like 4 hours. Funk. Let's look like a week, and you'll see Dogecoin taking out shorts. It's like all these shorts, all getting taken out, all the way up. Look at all these longs out here. This is what people have been talking about. There's a lot of longs. And all of these people are making money. They're making big money on Dogecoin. And that just might be the way it is. This is millions and millions of dollars here on all these leverage longs. Wow. So we've had a nice run up to now. You see all this leverage. Could Dogecoin show some weakness and do a pullback? Right now, Dogecoin chart still shows the strength, but we know how Dogecoin has traded before. And if it goes back to its old ways, it will pull back 23, 22 cents. So if there's some negative news coming, and we think we might have highlighted in like 20 days, that could be in the cards. You think there's going to be a 50-point rate cut, Benz? Fed Watch tool has that down at 5% now. 5% on the 50-point rate cut. 95% for a 25 basis point rate cut. So Polymarket has a 38% chance of Dogecoin reaching 28 cents by the end of September, 16% chance to reach 30 cents. Got it. And a 37% chance of a retracement back to 20 cents. Oh. We'll see how that plays out. You can view the value of each bet on Polymarket over time, allowing one to derive potential movements before they're reflected in the betting price. Huh, interesting. 20 days is the potential United States government shutdown. What's going to happen with the rate cut? So we've been through a lot of these. This one, as it's pretty well expected, there's finally going to be a rate cut. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility right that afternoon between 1:30 and 3 o'clock. You're going to see a lot of volatility. After that, will it be up or down? I'm thinking at the end it's going to be up, because at least for the short term, it means more liquidity flowing into markets. But then as the fears of the US government shutdown, impending doom, right, comes right before the end of September, that doesn't bode well for the last week of September. So we could have some dumpage then. Chad's like 60-cent Doge by end of October. Yep, that could happen. That could definitely happen. Four 25-point rate cuts. Right now, the betting market thinks 25 basis point rate cut in September, 25 in October, and an additional 25 in December. So that's as far as it goes, is to December. So that would be 3 25-point rate cuts, the next 3 FOMC meetings. How high will pump go? You know, I haven't done a pump fib. Haven't done that. I was going to do it. Not you. Yeah. 95 cents. 95 cents is the 1.618. 0.0095. So that's what we would be looking for, Linda, for pump. I'll have that as a target. So almost double from here. Pretty cool. I'll take it. Put this back. There we go. There's a crazy wick on pump that happened earlier. Big wick up. Doge looking good. Doge will surprise everybody. Yeah, not a lot of pumping going on, Crypto God. This isn't pumping. Do you think we're going to dump? Trade it. Short it. Put your money in there. Short it. Short it. Again, I've always called for October, Crypto God. I don't know how many times I need to remind you. October. Alade thinks $1 Doge in a month or in 2 months. $1 by end of October. Doge dumped. Sure, I'll use your word. The negativity and the bearishness, for sure. Yeah, in July. It went down from 28 cents. Yep. That doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Alts not pumping could be good for Doge. It means that maybe Doge is becoming a stable crypto. Can you imagine that? I told you it's trading unlike I've ever seen it over the past 2 weeks. I haven't seen this kind. Doge can't break 25. Well, it is over 25 cents right now as we speak. So I would call that breaking 25 cents. What is guns, Acumen? What is guns? Shaj, yes. ETF did not launch. Go to my X page and look at my post with James Seifert, and you'll get caught up on that. Okay? You think we're going to keep going up until Saturday at least, and then maybe you'll swing trade for a possible Monday dump. Maybe. There's another ETF in October, JS. That's the grayscale one. The one for tomorrow or next week is the Rex Osprey one. And then there's another one in November for Bitwise. That's what it looks like right now, according to the schedules. So right now, one in September, one in October, and then another in November. Long it in October. Yeah, but if you think it's going to dump, you should short it, right? That's putting money where your mouth is, or where your keyboard is in this case. Would be to short it if you think it's going to dump. Make money on the way down, right? Show your conviction. Short it. I'm not convinced. Gaming-based crypto coin. Guns. Gun USDT. There it is. 2.5 cents. Oh, had a nice little run on Wednesday. So something happened Wednesday morning with this. 40%. It actually came down more than half of the value. So generally not a good sign. Typically, if you have a big pump like that, if it comes back to only half the value, that's more bullish. But if it comes below half the value of that pump, it's kind of bearish. That's what I've seen on these kinds of things. So be careful. Be careful. How long has this been trading? Oh, wow. This thing's got history. Back to April. About 10 cents, and at launch, it spiked up to almost 20 cents. Good luck. I don't buy the gaming tokens, so... But that's what I see. Good luck. I want us all to win. We should all win. But they won't short now. I know. If you want to lose money, go ahead and short. Right now, the charts are not showing the shorters are going to win. The heat map does. I mean, look at the heat map and you see all that leverage long trades that down there. I mean, that's like huge, got giant target on it, but the chart itself is very bullish. Bullish. It pumped with the AI stock news. Guns, it's like an inverse XRP where the founder owns none of the tokens and nobody is profitable. Well, somebody made some money on Wednesday. Somebody made some money. Maybe they just realized that launching an ETF with a name that read like Doge on September 11th was probably a bad omen. Yeah. But there's no way to know crypto ownership in that manner. There's no way to know because wallets are anonymous. The wallets are anonymous, so there's no way to tell. Yeah, money where his fingers are. Exactly. Can't buy the Doge ETF yet. No, it hasn't launched yet, chat. Lawyers, Guns, and Money. I remember that song. Yeah. Do I see the wedge those pivots are making? Do you mean the overall? I don't know. I don't know what you do from here, though. Doesn't really. I mean, you could draw like a bunch of little ones, right? guess you end up with a bunch of these. Right? That's what you end up with. There's a bunch of these things. I don't know if that's really anything. Hard to say. But that is kind of how it's working, right? Something like that. It is kind of what it's doing. Either way, I just see higher lows, just consistent higher lows all the way up. And that's awesome. That is awesome. So we'll watch that. I suggest if you have the opportunity to buy Dogecoin on a crypto exchange, you buy the Dogecoin. If you buy the ETF, you're going to pay a premium on the price plus all their management fees. It's not as good of a deal. Not as good of a deal. All right. I try, Duchess. I just look at stuff that I see, right? Yasser, where's the maximum price for Doge this cycle? Again, I point you to my YouTube page. After the live stream, go to the YouTube page, click on videos, all right? And then watch this video called the Dogecoin Crypto 2-Year Outlook, all right? Watch that video, okay? Yep, that's it. Draw like fan style lines. Yeah. Next target, 26 cents. 1 penny at a time, Abdullah. 1 penny at a time. Slow and steady, exactly, Stephen. Much better than a pump and dump. Slow and steady. I like it. I like it much better. Slow and steady. I do not want to see a big God candle. It just gets shorted down. Does Doge start decreasing in price at the end of the bull market or the beginning of the bear? Huh. What is officially the end of a bull market? Is it the all-time high or the high for that cycle? I guess. But you don't know when the price starts decreasing whether that's the start of a bear market or is it just a dip before another high comes? That you don't know. So it could be either. You don't know. Slow and steady, exactly. It looks like a fade. Until we see a dip that goes below 24.2, it's still going to be higher lows. Bullish. 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 It's pulling a gold move. Yeah, exactly. It is. It is very much like a gold chart. It's just kind of grinding its way up, you know? Sorry for all the lines, but this is how I've been tracking things. I guess I can get rid of these, right? The breakout of the old. We don't need that anymore. Like that's all behind us. We done broke out of those those old triangles. So we don't need those anymore. And I'm going to get, well, I keep the 22-cent point. That's that point there. I'm going to keep it on. I'll keep that on. To the moon. Easy. Easy, JS says. Easy peasy. Well, Polymarket doesn't think so. Nobody's betting on that yet in Polymarket. But we'll see. Yeah, Abdullah, I'm not expecting 32 cents in September. Still. Slow and steady, but not up to 32 cents yet. The magnet. It does its thing very slowly. Yep. Agreed, Demo. Agreed. It's very much what's happening. Buy Dogecoin. If it's up or down, buy on the dips. Again, we had the golden opportunity, 8:30 this morning, as I called out. I said this yesterday. It's like 8:30 in the morning. If you've got dry powder, buying power, whatever, 8:30 in the morning, be ready. And it did. It did not disappoint us. What is Locotech, Doge Viking? A Locotech mining rig. I don't know what a Locotech Dogecoin mining rig is. Locotech Dogecoin miner. Locotech produces specialized script ASIC miners for Doge and Litecoin. Locotech. Yeah, this looks like a really loud one with big fans. You don't want to run at home. A double barrel. There's single barrel. Double barrel. Yeah, this thing's going to be so loud. Look at those huge fans. You can't run this at home. And it probably has some kind of plug on it that 1750 watts power. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like this is going to be really loud. High density mining setups. Yeah, this doesn't seem like something you want to put in your kitchen. Oh. Interesting, though. Well, I've got a partnership going right now with ElphaPex. So, but I'll look at stuff. I'm interested. But for those that don't know, I do still have this deal going on with ElphaPex for Dogecoin mining. And I have a link in the description below because there's this deal still going on with this DG Home 1. Very quiet, regular outlet. Doesn't have any big fans. And they've got a big sale going on, extended 2 more weeks. $1,100. And then you take another $200 off using my code, and you get it for $900 for the ElphaPex DG Home 1. So you can check that out. You like moving averages? I'm not a big fan. I don't really use the moving averages. Could you check my question, please? Ask again, Kronos. I'm not going to go scrolling back up looking for stuff. Put a huge loud miner in a shed. Yeah, but then you got to buy a shed. You got to do special power for it. Before you know, you're spending so much money. Better than the sounds my roommates are making right now. Devo, I love that. So far, I'm hearing about 10 Doge a day, plus Litecoin, plus bells. You're merge mining. But it sounds like it's about 10 Doge a day. Very quiet, not huge power consumption. So, what about Sonic? I don't really follow Sonic, Mark. Do you think Dogecoin's local high in September will come this week with the ETF launch or next week with the Fed's rate cut? Well, the ETF launch may end up being next week as well. It might not come tomorrow. So it could all happen next week. So we will be checking that on Friday, and make sure that you join in on the Friday live stream. On the Friday live stream, we will be talking about the ETF and whether it launched or not. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm waiting for my miner to come. I want to mine Dogecoin. You're running 3 mini Doges. You're getting 44 Doge every 3 days. You put the 44 Doge into an AI bot. You've been doing this for 3 to 4 months. Cool. Yeah, 44 Doge, 3 mini Doges. So that would be about, what, 15 Doge a day. So that's 5 Doge a day per rig. And right now the ElphaPex looks to be getting about 10 Doge a day, plus the Litecoin. You're probably merge mining that as well. But hey, all good, right? Mining Dogecoin, supporting the network. That's all awesome. Awesome. Volatility, yes, Stephen. Huge volatility. From 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, guaranteed. Should be good price action. And what does it do after that? That's the question. Is it going to be bullish enough where we're going to see price continue to move up afterwards? That afternoon, I'll be on Tom Crown's live stream while Chirpao is doing his speech, and then I will have my live stream after Tom's done. That's how I do those on those FOMC days. And so I get the aftermath. Tom gets the big action, but Tom's usually really good. He usually has that pegged based on how the prices are moving going into the rate cut announcement. He typically can tell whether the first move is up or down, and then the follow-up move, and then the third move. He's usually pretty good. And he charts that out beforehand, and he's usually spot on. So I like to watch Tom during those. I'm usually on Tom's live stream, just in the chat. And then I'll do my live stream after. Oh, you've got an ant miner now, Doge Viking? Good luck with the double barrel. Did I make a video explaining what the ETF is? Yes. Yes. And it's an exchange traded fund, Cronos. Exchange traded fund, ETF. You can just search on my channel. I've done a number of videos on this. Yeah, I've done a number of videos on this. I think the first Dogecoin ETF video I made 9 months ago, I think 9 months ago was the first one that I made. Exchange traded fund. All right, Boss Mac, I'll see you at Tom's as well on Wednesday. It's the place to be. He usually has like 2,000 to 3,000 in the chat. They're really good live streams. He's very entertaining too. Is that worth it to mine Dogecoin? Depends on the price of your electricity. I'm doing it for the experience, to learn something new, to give some good content, and I want to support the Dogecoin network. And we did the math the other day, and I'm probably spending 50 to 60 cents a day extra. 50 to 60 cents a day extra. That's a small price to pay. Yeah, I could have 2 more Doge, right, each day. Sure. But I want to support the network. And that's only with Dogecoin at the current price. As soon as Dogecoin's price is going up, right, then you're making money. Then you're making money. And I want to have the rig up and running before that happens. So that's my plan. If a company accepts Dogecoin for payments, wouldn't that company have to wait until price increase so they can sell and make a profit? That's kind of what they do, yes. Yeah, most companies that accept Dogecoin for payment, it's a very small percentage of their overall money they bring in. I'll bet Williamsburg Pizza, it's like less than 5% is Dogecoin purchases. That's my guess. It's probably less than 5% because most people just use cash. But as they've consistently been taking in Dogecoin from 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, 8 cents, right? They're making a profit on all of that Doge. Well worth the 25% discount that they give if you pay them in Dogecoin, right? Well worth it. Hey, Duchess, missing your live streams is like forgetting to drink water. Exactly. You long Doge 10 minutes ago and you're up 10%. That's how it can work, right? Look at that. It bounced right off at 25 cents and now it's up to 25, 24. Yep. Be careful though. Be careful. Don't be too greedy. What's Doge? No nice hash. I'm planning on, script mining, probably with a pool like via BTC and merge mine to get Dogecoin, Litecoin, and bells. And probably next year at some time, I'll be looking into solo mining and just take a chance at it and see if I can get a 10,000 Doge block. I'll give it a chance. The discount code is for the next, see, today's the 11th. I think they gave me 1 more week. It's 1 more week on their sale. They extended it 2 weeks. So it's supposed to end the 5th. And I think they extended it to the 19th. So that is Yeah, one more week. A week from tomorrow. And yes, you can mine Litecoin and Doge at the same time. Yes. And some are already doing it, like Lolavec here and MB or MW, I mean. They bought them and they are mining Doge and Litecoin right now. You bought a mini Doge for 125, runs on 110 volt. Yeah. You're in the game, right? You're in the game. Right. Oh, always the funny one. You're welcome, Monica. Good morning, Anthony. How are you today? Dogecoin up another 5%, dude. Just keeps grinding higher, right? You've been noticing that, right? You've seen that. Just keeps grinding higher and higher. The video title today, you can't go opposite on. Well, on the live stream. On the live stream, yes. The video was Dogecoin ETF ready to launch. Yesterday's was pump coming. One before that was big gains, right? And if you went against any of those, you lost because the price has been going up and up and up. So there you go, Anthony. There you go. What is Dogecoin and what can it do for me? Ah. You're using high leverage. Yeah. Yeah, Marco. He's using high leverage. You got a 10x leverage, then you're making 10% on a 1% move. 10x, baby. I don't do that. But good luck. AVAX. Hi, Maritza. How are you? Yes, we looked at AVAX yesterday, and I had previously charted this. Let me find it here. There we go. AVAX. AVAX. Kind of quiet today. It just had a big run. Big run yesterday. So it was up. A nice big move yesterday. So we zoom out. Let me just go to the weekly on this and you'll see. So I was charting this from the big move in March of 2024 over here on the left, where AVAX went up to $64. Came all the way down to 16, back up to $54, all the way back down to 16. So what's the next move? $44, right? $44. That's, if it gets over $44, I don't know what's going to happen next. But that's what I was looking at. Will it run higher? Maybe. It's not, but it's, again, on the pullback, it went lower than the pullback in 2024. That's not a great chart for something you want to tilt the other way, right? That's not happening here. So that's where I came up with 44. Good luck. Good luck. But the big move yesterday was encouraging for AVAX. AVAX will rip more. Link already had some huge runs. It was already way up. It's back up today. it had the volatility this morning and then is running up again this afternoon. That's pretty good. Oh, no, you can't say dead cat bounce. Not in here. Pax cat will get mad. I don't even know where he is. He's not here. Okay, I'll let it go this time. Yeah, Mark, I don't even have my miner yet. I can't do all of that. But again, I'm not going into mining to make a lot of money right now. Dogecoin at this price, it's going to cost me more to mine it than if I just bought it. But I'm expecting Dogecoin's price to go up. And then while I'm mining, then I'm making money at a higher Dogecoin price because my power isn't going to change over the next 2 months. But the Dogecoin price could double or more. So, but I'm doing it to support the network and to learn about mining, to be in the game, mining Dogecoin. I think that's really cool. I mean, as much as I've supported Dogecoin over the years, I think mining Dogecoin is going to be a cool thing. Yeah, they're just kidding, Orhan. What Dogecoin can do for me. They're kidding. They know. Kidding. Yeah, that whole mix thing was wild. What happened? You knew there was something going on manipulation-wise. A dead dog bounce. I don't chart DOT because it's just a nothing project. Nobody's using Polkadot. Nobody's building on it. It's pretty much a dead coin, but people still trade it. It's still in the top 20 somehow. I don't know how that is. WIF will make a good run. I believe that, Eric. All the memes are going to go crazy. We don't know if it's October or November, but I expect WIF to go on a big run. So I'm not going to smash you on that. No, I believe it will go on a big run. Yeah. Just keep the animals out of it. Just call it a dead bounce. I like that. I tried to buy Cronos from Robinhood account. They're asking for a Robinhood wallet account. Yeah, because you can't buy Cronos on the Robinhood exchange. They don't offer Cronos. At least I don't think they added Cronos. Let me just double check that to be sure. But I don't think that's an actively traded. And they're probably pointing you to their wallet because maybe you can buy it directly in the Robinhood wallet. Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, Doge, Cardano, Chainlink, Sui, Avalanche, XLM, BCH, HBAR, Litecoin, Toncoin. Why did they add Toncoin? That was dumb. Sheeb, Uniswap, Aave, Pepe, Ethereum Classic, Ondo, Arbitrum, Pengu, Bonk, Trump, Floki, with Tezos, Compound, Popcat, Mew, Peanut, and Mudang. That's it. No Cronos. If you want to buy Cronos, my recommendation is to use my link below and download the Crypto.com app. Buy Cronos on Crypto.com. It is the Crypto.com token. So if you buy it there, you can stake it there and make more Crow tokens. That's where you should be buying Cronos, not on some other exchange. It's the crypto.com token. If you buy it there, then you can stake it and make more Crow tokens. Try that out. I know, we broke out and we're hugging the top of the wedge now. Pretty sweet, huh? Like I said, Dogecoin chart is looking very bullish. I have a way smaller position on Doge. It's making way more than my large position on Bitcoin. Yep. Because Bitcoin's going sideways and Doge is going up, as Kriss predicted. As Kriss predicted. We've been watching, Orhan, we've been watching this, the Doge Bitcoin trading pair. We finally came back over this blue line, which was, I call 20. It's 0.000020. Now we're to 22, and I think this is going to go to 30, at least, at a minimum. It'll go up to 30. I said back here, when it was down near 15, 16, it was actually, let me go to the hourly chart here. Yeah. Yeah, when it was down at 15 here. This was in June. This is Doge versus Bitcoin. I said right then, if you're going to buy Bitcoin, don't. Don't buy Bitcoin in June. Buy Dogecoin. And then what will happen is the Doge Bitcoin trading pair is going to go to 30 from 15. So Doge is going to outpace Bitcoin on a 2-to-1 basis. Then you can swap your Doge over to Bitcoin and you'll end up with twice as much Bitcoin as if you had bought it back in June. That was my thesis. Another thesis, Ron. That was my thesis. Remember that thesis? That was another thesis. Kriss has lots of theses, right? Lots of theses. It's playing out. It is playing out. KrissPax theses. Doge outperforming Bitcoin. And what's eventually going to happen, it's going to blow it away like we had back in November. Doge versus Bitcoin. That move is going to happen again. And it won't just be 30, it'll be 40 or 50. That's what we saw back in November last year, was that huge move that Doge made, much higher than Bitcoin on a percentage basis. And so that's what this is all set up for. KrissPax thesis. I should number these, right? Ryan, I should give these all numbers. Thesis number 1. Thesis number 2. People won't know what to think. They'll be like, what? What are you talking about? Yep, crypto mining. Gonna give it a try. Filecoin, huh, Mina? Filecoin. Where's the price of Doge heading? Bochoa, you have to go to my video. Click on my YouTube channel after the live stream. Click on videos and watch this one called my 2-year outlook, okay? 2-year outlook. Watch that video. That's where the price of Dogecoin is heading. Maybe. Up and to the right. 21 cents was a good buy. But now it's like, see ya. Exactly. See ya. Yeah, well, I didn't use the word breakout here. There's no breakout going on right now. These are slow and steady gains. We had the breakout. The breakout already happened. That was back here. Now it's slow and steady gains. We broke out of the old triangles. Slow and steady gains now. I like that. You bought it 40 cents. Yeah, that's what happens when there's pumps, right? And you buy and then it settles back. I think it'll get back there. Pepe, Bonk. They will run. I didn't say Doge was going to go to 30 cents before a retrace. I didn't say that. Amazing thesis, taking notes. Yeah, that was a good one. Working out. Yeah, the July price run up to 28 cents did surprise me. Yep. And then it came back down. Didn't it? That's one big chop, isn't it? Didn't it come down? It didn't stay up there, did it? It was an opportunity, though, to maybe do a swing trade or something when it happened, if you were willing to do that. Yep. When Dogecoin makes its final push, will likely signal the tail end of the bull cycle. It's going to be an indicator we'll be looking for. Absolutely. Oh, Hen Daniel, you can't look at it that way. You can't look at it that way. You just look at the trading pair and see how they're going against each other. Not all-time high versus all-time high. H-bar is moving. It's still trying to come back up to where it was before the CPI dump this morning. But yeah, I think, Edward, when you posted this, it hadn't switched over to the red candle yet. It was just green. Now I get here and now it's the red. But yeah, it looked like it was trying to get back up there. 24 cents. It did for a second get over 24. I don't have enough Doge. Lord Pax. No. Save that for Ben Cowan. He can keep the Lord. Look for the next dip. Look for the next dip. That's all I say. Oh, too short of a time frame. See then. I don't really call them breakouts. Too short of a time frame. Free Batman from the cave. Okay. What about the bear market? When should we be selling? Aha. What did this guy say over here? Wow. Look at that. When Dogecoin makes its final push between October and December, it will likely signal the tail end of the bull cycle. So there you go. There's your answer. That worked out pretty well. Let's go. Anthony, the volume is not there. True. A lot of algo trading. True. But yet the price keeps going up. Right? So how does that work, Anthony? More buyers than sellers. That's what that means. More buyers than sellers. Price goes up. Right? Next leg up. Here we go. If we break 25.5, then 26 cents is in play. Again, if we break 25.5, we get over where we were this morning. Let's go. Let's go. I was watching for a dip all last night. I know, Christian, but I told you it was going to be 8:30 this morning. Oh, 19-cent Doge. That is way in the past. Way in the past. Give us that 80 cent. 80 cent? Volume's still kind of low, Maramello. We can see it. The volume's down here. It's pretty low. This is on Binance. It's pretty low. Buyers. People are accumulating. That more buyers than sellers. Yep, makes the price go up. It might be a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a bull trap. Look out. So far for 2 weeks. That's one hell of a trap. 2 weeks of slow and steady grinding up, and it's a trap. I don't know about that. Christoph, walking your dog off leash. How dare you? How dare you walk the dog off leash? And you've been doing it for 6 years in the same park. And somebody finally calls the cops on you. Man, some people. I remember had my dog in the car. We had just gone on a walk. He had just had a full bowl of water. And I was stopping at the store to pick something up I needed for home. I don't remember what it was. It was a warm day. It wasn't 100 degrees, but it was probably like in the 80s. It was in the afternoon. But I don't remember what I had to pick up, but I had to pick up something for dinner that night. Stopped at the grocery store, run into the store, right? I've got the windows cracked, in the back. And the dog is like laying down, asleep. I think he got up. I think he did get up when I got out of the car. Because he's used to me, like if I get out of the car, I'm going to open the door and let him out. And he didn't realize I was at the store. And I run in, I get whatever it is, and I come back. And there's some woman there, standing there next to my car. And then she starts screaming at me. She's yelling at me. How dare you leave a dog in a car? He's going to die. The heat is going to suffocate him. And I'm just like, lady. I told the story. Just took a walk. He just had a full, bowl of water. He's perfectly fine. I just ran in for 1 minute. I was just like, oh my God. Just get out of my way. Just leave me alone. I'm fine. Oh my God. Here we go. About to break 25.5. Here we go. Doge. Doge, baby. If it breaks 26 cents, you are all becoming my exit liquidity. We will get there. We will get there. It's not a trap. It's not a trap. Hey, music, how are you? The Wall Street shorts have to clock out now. Here we go. 25.5. All right, guys. It hit it. Stinking Karens. I know, right? Yeah, it's illegal in most of Florida to walk your dog without a leash. Hey, no ETF today. It's not that it's approved. It's just like it was never disproved. So now they just have to get everything set up on the back end for it to start trading. Might be tomorrow, might be Monday. When sell orders melt, everyone will pull the rest sky high, and the YOLO leverage will supercharge the price. The only problem will be that we didn't buy enough. I've been talking about accumulating all summer long, but some people don't show up until the price is already moving up, and then they want to buy at a low price. I can't help you. I can't help you. Making money sitting here. Isn't that great? Yeah. Clean core. More Doge. Is that right? Clean core, more Doge. Did they buy more Dogecoin? I don't see anything on that. There it is. Clean core buys more Doge. Earlier this week, Clean core did 285 million. Clean core kicked things off. Announced plans. Doesn't say that. That doesn't say that. Let me click latest. Clean core acquires over 500 million Doge. There it is. Clean core, 500 million Doge. Seeking Alpha is the link. Clean core Solutions said Thursday it has now accumulated over 500 million Dogecoin. What? Okay. There it is. Wow. All right. I'm just, Don't like that they don't have Doge capitalized. Halfway to its 1 billion Doge target for end of September. All right. Let's fix that. Dollar zone. Post. There it is. Are you bullish on Dogecoin yet? What's up, Orbit? Did the same 5 minutes supermarket. Crazy. ADA looking like it's getting a sympathy move. I like that. A sympathy move. Oh, it's still down here though. It's trying to move up. How about Bitcoin? Bitcoin still just chopping sideways, a little slight up. Doge, come on. You bet it will not break that recent top. That recent top. Which recent top, Anthony? It just broke that one. 25.47. It just broke it. Ah, Pups is back. Sheep. Sheep's coming back a little. Yeah. Still only up 1%, while Doge is up 3.5%. But you go, Pups. Yay! It's now a good time to buy Doge. The magnet is working. Working. Let's go. That is a KrissPax quote right there. Yep. I'm waiting. I'm not taking profits at the end of September, Joseph. I'm waiting to see what happens at least October 18th with the Grayscale ETF. I think that's the big one. Hey, that's just me, though. If you feel like you want to take profits at the end of September, there could be a dip because of the pending U.S. government shutdown, like all of that. Like, you play that how you feel. People prefer buying Doge when it's 50 cents much more than when it's at 13 cents. There is some truth there. You like the love of trading? I used to. Now I don't really trade that much. $500 million Doge. Is that 0.33% of the supply? I think their long-term target is 5% of the total supply, which is like, what, 7 billion? That's crazy. But who knows, right? Your bet is it won't break 28 cents. The best time to buy is at the top. Guarantee you hold over that. Like my Bitcoin. Nobody has bought Bitcoin at a higher price than me. Nobody. And I'm going to hold on to that Bitcoin. Woo-hoo. How severe the dip? What dip? What dip? The dip on October 1st? You talking about that dip? There could be a dip. Yeah, it's a lot of Doge, right? 500 million Doge. Ooh. Can't wait to move your SHIB over to Doge. Somebody else just did it. You've set 2 targets in case one doesn't hit. I think there's going to be a run for SHIB. I don't doubt it. It's just Doge is consistently doing better. We got a lot of shorts going on. A bunch of things moving. Fartcoin, Solana, ETH, Bitcoin, more Fartcoin. We got the pinger going off, guys. We got movement. We got movement in crypto. Bitcoin moving up. Look at that. So Bitcoin is at a price now it hasn't seen since when? Last time Bitcoin was here was August 24th. So it just took out a bunch of shorts for Bitcoin. The markets are waking up. See if Bitcoin gets over 115. Solana isn't over where it was yet this morning. Interesting. H-bar is not coming back up. Doge is up. Put a huge magnet up at $1. I should do that just for the fun of it, right? Just put one way up there. Do you hold long-term futures trades? No. I just buy spot. I just buy spot. Does Robinhood own a ton of Doge? Yes. A majority of it is on behalf of all of its customers, though. So if you hold Doge on Robinhood, that's Robinhood's Doge. But they hold a lot more Dogecoin than what the users have actually bought. But they don't give out those numbers, so we don't know. But we don't know. Yeah, you have good reason not to believe in sheep. I do. I do. All in on Doge. Randy, have a little dry powder. Any suggestions for something different? Well, it was Pump before, but Pump is now way up. So you're following on Pump. Pengu still hasn't recovered so much. Now it's starting to wind up. But Pengu below 3 cents was a good buy that we had over here. We were talking about that on Saturday. We were talking about buying Pengu on Saturday when it was down here below 3 cents. I don't know. A lot of people like Avalanche here. Think Avalanche is going to go big. And I can see that. But a lot of things are already moving too. Uh-oh, look out for the big crash that Crypto God is predicting. Look out. Big crash. It's coming. Woo. Yeah, I know. Bitcoin moving up. 115K Bitcoin. 115. So now we're getting a big move across crypto. Of course, Dogecoin led the way. And now Bitcoin's going, oh, maybe I should follow Doge. Isn't that true? Toroidal moment. You can always tell when someone's losing money. That is so true. So true. Yeah, we got the pinger going. We got Popcat, Mix, BCH, Link, Floki, all moving up, taking out shorts. Let's go. Let's go get some more. It's hunting time. Hunting time. Any price targets? Yeah, well, 5 cents is my price target. Once it gets to 4 cents, I was going to start thinking about taking some slices of profit, but we'll see when that happens and how it's going. But 5 cents is my target for when I will probably sell most. Crypto world rocks. Yes. Anthony buying Algorand. Huh. Algo. 24-cent Algorand. Are they done minting new tokens? That's been the biggest complaint over the last 4 years, has been their minting of new tokens. Let's see, before the big run last year, 1st of November, they were at 11, 12 cents, jumped up to 55, came all the way back down to 15, hit that a couple times, April and June, from 15. The July run came up to about 32, then back down to 22, now 24. But all this craziness back here at $2, there weren't a lot of algo tokens back then. It's more than doubled the number of tokens since then. So I'm not expecting $2. And I think $1 Algorand is very questionable. $1 algo, very questionable. So, and I haven't gone in and looked at when the future releases of new algo tokens are going to be. I think it's still getting diluted. So I sold all my algo. I got a little bit left in the KrissPax portfolio, but all of it that I held, I sold back here, about 36 cents. And I got out of Algorand. But good luck, Anthony. I want everybody to make money. Everybody, let's make some money. Big green candles. No, I like the slow and steady green candles much better. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Algorand. Sure. I want everybody to win, Anthony. I want you to make a lot of money. Doge and ETH. Is ETH moving? 44.44, a little bit. A little bit. It's still behind where it was this morning. Bitcoin's higher. Doge is higher. Baby Doge. Oh man, Ochoa, that was from last cycle. If you're still holding Baby Doge and you're not taking part in this, what's going on now, oh, I don't know what to tell you. Baby Doge is just, that was last cycle. 4 years ago was Baby Doge. They've had a couple pumps here and there since then. I mean, the next time there's a little bit of a pump, sell it. That's all I say. Sell it. I know this 25.5 is holding pretty well, isn't it, Zach? Keep the stream running. Oh, well, for a little bit. I mean, can't end the stream on big green candles going up, right? Can't do that. We need some popcorn. Exactly, Larry. Get some popcorn going. Get popcorn for dinner tonight. Just popcorn. Don't need anything else. Yeah, give me some of that popcorn. Exactly. Oh. Hey, William, after the bull market, I'm thinking I'm putting my money in Bitcoin or ETH. Which one would give me the most gains? It's not the most gains, William. It's what's going to have the least amount of losses in the bear market. That's what you want to look at. Between those, I'm choosing Bitcoin. Bitcoin consistently has the least amount of pullback in a bear market than mostly every other crypto. It's Bitcoin. It holds its price better. Bitcoin went down 70%. Most alts went down 80, 90 to 95%. last bull market, or I mean bear market. And most people are expecting this bear market for Bitcoin probably to retrace 50% at most, where you'll see alts go back down 70, 80%, including ETH. So Bitcoin is the place to be if you don't want to be in stables, right? Or maybe you put half in stables and half in Bitcoin if you want to be a little less risk averse, right? And in stables, I mean on Coinbase, USDC, so you're earning some yield on that stable. They're giving 4% or something right now. So that's what I'm thinking. Somebody moved 37 million worth of Doge from Robinhood to a private wallet. Typically, see then, those are internal Robinhood wallets. Nobody knows that that's a private wallet. It could just be another Robinhood wallet. Robinhood typically moves coins around between their internal wallets for security reasons. And that's probably what it is. Because there's no way they know. CryptoBasic doesn't know who owns that wallet. That's mostly what I see. Sell it, baby. Baby Lebuito. Oh. Love it, Cronos. Thank you. Loving the magnet. 25.6. Doge Elon Mars is the big sleeper. Again, that was a 2021. Again, it's had a few little pumps here and there, but no. Onward. Algo, Doge, HBAR all have similar prices. I have this inclination to buy the cheapest one among the three, the one that's not being talked about. Okay. We'll see how they do compared to each other. We'll see how they do. Algo, Doge, HBAR. You want to throw World Liberty Finance in there? It used to be at 24, 25 cents. Now it's 19. You could throw World Liberty Finance in there. Loser. Yeah, I called that one. How about Crow? You want to put Crow in there? It's at 25 cents. You want to compare it with Crow as well? 25 cents. The miner is on its way, Shane. My ElphaPex DG1 home miner is on its way. Watching for the wick to break 25.7. Almost. Hey, Dave, how are you? Yep, it's a very bullish chart we got for Doge. Very bullish. Higher, higher, higher. Stepping up. We love it. I could put a hula girl up there at $1. Magnets are nice, but we could need more power. The hula girl. Yeah, right. I know, pups, you're trying to pump your she bags. Good luck, man. Good luck. Could we be in a super cycle? Fuzzball, I am not betting on it. I will keep some Bitcoin. I will keep some Doge just in case, but most of it I'm selling, maybe 80%. I will be putting into USDC on Coinbase and Robinhood Gold buying power. So it's still making money, 4%, not a lot, 4% for the year, right? It's an APY, but it's not losing money just in case there is a bear market. Duchess, hey, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Oh, for the Pax cat. Little treat for the Pax cat. I know what you're doing. You're trying to butter up the cat. I get it. I get it. Doge Elon's dead. Staying away from the Trump family. Good idea. Good idea. Where the target? Dito, yes. Go watch my 2-year outlook video on my channel. Magnet at 69. I'll have fun with a magnet and a hula girl. I will do that. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah. Go read my my post here on X at KrissPax, because I reposted James Seifert's. He's from Bloomberg. He's their ETF specialist, and he said potentially launching tomorrow, so Friday. And then in a follow-up, we had a little exchange, and in a follow-up, he said it actually might not be until next week. So this is all happening on the back end, where exchanges have to prepare and get ready to trade it, and it's just taking time. So $5 XRP. GridX, that's actually one of the more reasonable price predictions I've heard about XRP at the top. So $5, yes. XRP could go to $5 with enough FOMO. I'm not expecting it. I'm thinking 4 might be the top. We'll see. I'm going to sell and wait and buy back in for the next bull, and then sell again. Buy in the bear, sell in the bull. Right? And that is all with the guess of the 4-year cycle. And I'm doing the same thing because, I mean, we've had 3 full 4-year cycles. This is the 4th one. And it's all playing out, mapping out almost exactly. The only difference is Bitcoin was a little front run before the Bitcoin halving last year because of the Bitcoin ETF. And so it hit a new all-time high before the halving. It had never done that before. But the rest of the cycle is still playing out. And we're seeing the rotation from Bitcoin to ETH and now to the alts. That's all playing out right now. Yep. Thank you, William. Oh, you're trying to butter up the cat as well. Thanks for the super chat, man. Thanks. Doge Bros, the owner of Dogetional NFT, DRC20 token community. The chart is only a sliver of info. Doge is about to run like never before. We are all hoping for that, but right now we're in September. Slow and steady gains. Awesome. Yeah, you believe XRP to $4, William? Yep. I know, an early and extended stream, Ryan. You got it. I told people to prepare in the house. I told people to prepare. I had a feeling. I got a feeling. You're thinking the 4-year cycle proves itself again? Start buying in the summer of 26? Doge actually went to 4.95 cents in June of 2022. That was the low for Doge. In the summer of 2023, the lowest it got was about 5.5 cents. It didn't make it all the way back down below 5 cents. There were other alts, though, that dropped lower in 2023 summer than 2022. There were some that actually dropped lower in 23. But who knows? Who knows? And Bitcoin actually didn't drop to its low until November, late November 2022 is when Bitcoin hit its low. No longer a meme. Isn't that crazy, right? Isn't that crazy to think? That's what we've been talking about, though, right? Woohoo! Hey, Toss, let's go. $1.25? Sure. Feeling good about tonight, Ryan? That's all right, Doge Bros. That's cool. We're kind of waiting for Doge OS and what the MyDoge, Doge OS team are doing. That's what I've been waiting for. But good luck with your project. You think it's undecided here? I don't know. It's looking pretty decided so far. We'll see. Jay Flores, I don't know if you're talking about eating dogs and cats. Hey, there's the Pex cat. Hey, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. It's like, what are you doing, Dad? It's dinner time. It's dinner time. What are you doing? Huh? Hey, buddy. Hi. I know. I know, right? Oh. Exactly, T. Exactly. The trend. Now, that doesn't mean, I mean, Anthony could be right? It could come back and it could retest 25 cents, come down to 24.9. It's just not going to drop to 24.2. Anthony, that's what I think. This isn't just going to be up only. It'll come back down, probably 24.9. That's what it has been doing all along. These dips have been higher lows. Every dip, higher low, higher low, higher low. Until we see a reversal, a complete reversal, then I will be talking about it. But right now, with the excitement about the Doge ETF and rate cuts next week, and it's all positive. So the magnet is right up here. There's the magnet. We're close. It's right there. Trying to get to 26. No rockets. 9. We don't want the rocket. Slow and steady. We're doing slow and steady gains here so that it doesn't get completely shorted down. Slow and steady, quiet. Shh, quiet. We don't want Barry Silbert to know that Dogecoin's going up in price. We don't want him to know. Shh. Depository Trust and Clearing Corp has listed Fidelity, Solana, Canary HBAR, Canary XRP ETFs. What does listed mean? Are they trading? Yeah, I don't know what that means. If you can actually trade them or not. So what would that be? That would be FSOL, a Fidelity Solana ETF. So if I go on Robinhood, can I see it? FSOL. Nope. No such thing. HBR. Nope. No such thing. XRPC. Nope. No such thing. Nope. So you can't buy them yet. Doge OS and MyDoge have been for years. Yeah, the upgrades are coming. That's the ones I know about, and that's what I'm waiting for. I get it. Yeah, this Doge ETF is not going to pump the Dogecoin price. It's not that big of a deal. Not this one. And the one in October, I'm much more confident on that one because that's the big one. This Rex Osprey one is just a small thing. I mean, it's kind of fun, like a Dogecoin ETF, cool. But these guys they're small time. They're small time. So. I know, right? F. Barry Silbert. Those who know, right? If you know, you know on that one. Because that's what it would do. If there's a huge, giant green candle, you get all the Barry Silberts coming in and shorting the hell out of it. It doesn't have a chance. So, slow and steady. I'm loving it. Yeah, Doge Bros. We got it. We got it, dude. It is kind of shilling coming in here. You've never been here before. I've never seen you here before. So it is kind of shilling. But thank you. Yeah, that's what I think. A cent or two, maybe. And then it probably isn't going to be a pump either. Right? Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Shh. The magnet has a good track record too. It does. We've been moving it up penny by penny by penny. It's been working. It has been working. Which one is for October? Not all of the others got delayed. No, only one. And it wasn't a delay. It was part of its normal approval process. And that's Bitwise. So Bitwise's final deadline is November 12th. Grayscale is October 18th. Still October 18th, hasn't changed. And Rex Osprey is either tomorrow or next week. We'll see when it starts trading. So check in tomorrow on the Friday live stream and we'll see whether that ETF is trading or not, because I will know. You can get the information from me right here. Right here. Small time, but making history for meme coins. Exactly, Shane. It is a piece of history, isn't it? For Dogecoin. An exchange traded fund for Doge. Yeah, what happened to the team at Team? Those guys used to come in here and like do a bunch of super chats, big super chats. I was like, woo! Yeah, I never checked on them again. Never checked on them again. You can just Doge, bro. You can just come in here and talk about Dogecoin. You don't have to come in here and talk about your project. Okay, that's all. That's all. The magnet is hilarious. I know, isn't it? It is. Just having fun, right? Can't take life too seriously, guys. You just can't. You got to have some fun with it. Kind of delayed. I mean, that's not what the guy said. He said it's back-end stuff that needs to be done before it can start trading. So Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be next week? He wasn't sure. In fact, Shafia, he actually responded to me. He responded to me in my tweet, so take it directly from him. Looking more and more like next week and not tomorrow, but time will tell. This is the Bloomberg guy. He and I were communicating today. So I take it directly from him, right? Not from someone trying to quote him, because he and I were tweeting back and forth today. This is the power that KrissPax has. Come on, right? So I know who these guys are. I've been talking about them for months. Those are the guys to get the info from firsthand. When is the Boston party? October 20th, Christoph. No, October 20th. Ryan will tell you. It's October 20th. I mean, the 8-ball said it. The 8-ball agreed. October 20th. Oh. Last year on October 18th, Doge hit 40 cents. October 18th, 40 cents. Really? Really? No, it didn't. It did not. The highest it got in October, would you say October 18th? Yeah, it was about 15 cents, Victor. I hate to argue with you, but no, last year, October 18th, Doge was at 14, 15 cents, right around there. Okay. Doge. So just setting the record straight. If you guys haven't figured out, I know my Dogecoin. I have been literally watching Dogecoin charts every day for 4.5 years. For 4.5 years, I have been watching the Dogecoin chart just about every single day. So, Doge bros, we got it, dude. All right. We got it. We got it. You said your piece. Now, do you want to talk about Dogecoin? We'll be glad to talk about Dogecoin with you, but we don't have to talk about Dogenals, DRC20, inscriptions. We don't have to talk about that anymore, okay? But hang out and let's talk about Doge, some other cryptos, and let's have fun. What are we looking at? We're looking at Doge still above 25.5. Are we going to make it up? Are we going to make it up to 26 tonight? Woo! Woo! Why are we going up? It's Francisco. If you haven't learned yet about Dogecoin, Dogecoin trades best before something happens. It's the anticipation of something happening. That's when Dogecoin trades the best. The anticipation of a Dogecoin ETF is better than the ETF itself. Okay? That's how Dogecoin trades. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Again and again and again. That is how Dogecoin trades. The longer this ETF gets delayed, the better it is for Dogecoin. I just thought of that. That's pretty good. Let's delay it till next week. I don't want it tomorrow. And let Dogecoin just keep going up. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. You're coming up to Boston anyway? Well, let me know. We'll meet up, Christoph. Or November. I'll still be here. I'm not going anywhere. I know. If you don't have any fun, crypto market will drive you crazy. Exactly. Agreed, Ryan. When Dogecoins hit it big a couple of years ago, they did muck up the blockchain. And so then they essentially took it somewhere else. And what Doge OS is trying to do is to create this, like, it's not really a layer 2. They said it's kind of like a layer 1.5, but it's not going to be directly on the blockchain. It's not going to muck it up. So, did someone say Dogecoin? I'll take an award. Sure. The Dogies. Ooh, keep on rolling. 26 cents tonight. Hype is real. Go through the weekend. Doge Bros, you don't know a goddamn thing about me. I covered Dogecoins before you even knew what they were. In fact, I covered when the very first Doge NFT was inscripted on the blockchain. I covered that, made a video about it. So you don't know jack shit, okay? God, we're supposed to be having fun here. God. You come in here. You've never been here before. I've been live streaming for years. You've never come in here. And now you come in here today and you start shilling this goddamn thing that I already know all about. We've talked about it on this live stream many, many times over the past couple of years. And Ryan is right. When the Dogecoins were all the big thing a couple of years ago, they were mucking up the blockchain, slowing down the transaction times. And we were like, get the shit out of here. That's exactly what happened. You don't think I know what I'm talking about? God. Yeah, I don't get to watch Packers and Commanders because I don't have Amazon Prime. I'm too cheap. I don't have anything against them, Doge Bros. I don't have anything against them. I think it's awesome for Dogecoin, okay? It's awesome. But you've said your piece. Now either be gone or let's talk about something else. Do you have anything else to add? Do you have anything else to add about Dogecoin that isn't about your freaking NFTs and Dogecoins and DRC20? Do you have anything else to add? If not, get out of here. Yeah, we know, we covered it. Bro. I'm trying really hard, but the guy he's getting on my nerves now. Kamala, dude, goodbye. There we go. Where the heck did that come from? Wow. That guy. Man. Hi, buddy. You want your dinner too, don't you? I know. Trying to have some fun here. Trying to have some fun here, buddy. But he's pissing me off. Toot, toot, toot. I know. He was trying to sell something. We called him on it, and then he started getting all defensive, but he kept shilling it. And I was like, oh, we got it. And then he tried to make it sound like I didn't know what a Dogecoin was. And like I said, I covered the very first NFT inscription on the Dogecoin blockchain. I knew more about it than he did. And he's shilling the damn thing. God. Oh. I played Doom on the Dogecoin blockchain too. Exactly. Oh. Ah, the boo sound. Yeah, I was slow on the boo sound. He's not here anymore, but I definitely should have done that. You're right. I should have done that. Oh, God. What do you think about Sunday night, BP? Hey, I would say that if the Doge ETF hasn't launched yet, Sunday could still be good. Oh man. Yep. Oop. Bye. Oh man. That guy, I don't know where the Kabbalah thing came from. It just, that guy had a real problem. Oh. Oh well. The dark Kriss. Yeah, you see a little bit of that from me. Christoph knows me so well. I voted for Kabbalah. I've got a big bag of XRP. I love bad architecture. Yep. If he had only said, okay, buddy, right? Exactly, PP. If he had said that, man, I would have gone off the edge. Yeah, Pax Cat comes too. He knows when I'm upset. He's such a good cat. He knows. I feel pretty. Oh, it's a sad day when a Doge bro has to go to Narnia. Oh man, that's so good. Solana's going up? Nope, Solana's not going up yet. It's still where it was this morning. Bitcoin has. And of course, our Doge has. But not Solana yet. I should have that whiskey bottle on my desk. Yeah, Larry. Whew. Need a little Jack Daniels after that, right? Need a little Jack. Let us not distract us from the fact we are mere months away from Dogecoin melting faces. Thank you, Bilbo. Yes, that is true. Thank you. He also likes Minecraft. Oh. Shane, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. We are all good here. And William, of course, thank you for the super chat. The Pax Cat. He's like, I'm hungry, Dad. Where's my food? Yeah, I've got Solana at 228, but it was 228 this morning. So same. For the boot, TB. He was curious to see what was on the other side. And the boot comes in. Thank you, TB. Appreciate the super chat. It's now a good time to buy Doge. 8:30 this morning, some is best. That's what I called for. 8:30 this morning. We talked about it yesterday. There it was. Are we going to get another one of these? Not right now. Not right now. If Dogecoin rockets to the moon, what's a solid coin to rotate into? Bitcoin. Just take the win and rotate it into Bitcoin. I don't know. That's my plan. I'm rotating into Bitcoin and stables. I'm not gonna, if Doge goes rocketing and that gets to a point where I'm taking profits, I'm not throwing that into another meme coin. That's just me. Caesar salad for dinner tonight. All hail Caesar. Next week's rate cuts. Yes. Wednesday. That's going to be the key day. We talked about this a little earlier. Going to be some wild action going on between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And then that's going to be the key, whether we're going to be up or down. And I'll be over on Tom Crown's live stream. And he usually goes from 1 to 3. And then I'll start my live stream after Tom is done. And then we'll follow up on the movement after. Yeah, hey, go check inside that wardrobe over there. For those that don't know Narnia and the wardrobe. It's now a good time to buy Dogecoins. Oh my God. Listen to the stream yesterday. Weird day. It was. Yesterday was a weird day. Agreed. Bait, you don't think we can hold these levels? So far so good. We've been holding higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. This morning's I've circled in red. That's the next higher low, and it just keeps going up. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Right now, it's looking pretty juicy. It's looking pretty juicy. We probably get rejected at 26. We may come back and retest 25, but that's about it right now. Too much positive movement in Dogecoin right now. Yep. I was nice to the guy at first. I knew he was shilling, and I was nice to him. And then the second time, I was like, okay, we got it. And the third time, I was like, okay. And then he started getting personal. And I'm just like, yeah, no. Yes, rotate into stable so it's not in cash or in the bank. Exactly. No, I would hold it on Coinbase and I would get 4% yield. USDC. That's my plan. To be making money in the bear market. USDC. And some Bitcoin, just in case Bitcoin has an extended cycle or super cycle. I'll keep the Bitcoin going. That's my plan. That is my plan. Robinhood is about 4.25. I don't remember exactly. 4.25 just for regular Robinhood Gold. That's what I'm talking about. Regular Robinhood Gold. I just have to see what it says again, what the latest is. not finding it off the top of my on the app for Robinhood Gold. They're giving some extra bonuses for transferring onto their platform, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not finding it quickly, what the current rate is. Will Elon accept crypto for a Tesla? Good question. I mean, come on, he's got to. Robotaxi, pay with Doge. Tesla merch again, pay with Doge. And Tesla car, pay with Doge. He definitely should do that. Will he, and will that happen? Don't know. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't talk about it. Hey, Jay Flowers, be careful. Yeah, I think it's like 4.25. The 5.5 might be on some special thing, but it isn't the main Robinhood Gold interest you get. Something like that. The 5.5 could be somewhere in Robinhood for some special thing. That could very well be. Got the pinger still going. Hype, Bitcoin, Lido, ETH. More hype, more hype, more Bitcoin. Solana, ETH, Bitcoin. Everything's going up right now. Woo! Shorts, taking out them shorts, shorts. Liquidations. Love it. Love it, love it. We love it when it's red on the liquidation because that means those are shorts that are getting liquidated. The shorts are in red. That's what you want to see. Taking out the shorts. Bitcoin moving up. Look at that. 115.4 now for Bitcoin. Doge 25.65. Super ready to buy a nice bag of Dogecoin. It's intense right now. There'll be a pullback somewhere, Christian, but what does it mean when a short was taken out? Good question. Fat Tat Daddy, how you doing today? So we go to the heat map here, and the heat map shows on all of the exchanges where you can do leverage trading. You can either leverage long, and if you trade with leverage and you have a long trade, say you want to do a 10x from here, you're going to have a liquidation price somewhere lower. Or if the price goes down, it will liquidate that. The same thing happens with the shorts on the upside. If you short Dogecoin at 26 cents, let's say 25.5 cents, and you short Dogecoin, well, if Dogecoin goes up to 26, it'll liquidate your short. Or somewhere, there'll be some number. Depends on how you trade it, something like that. So that's what it is. So, and this shows, as Dogecoin's price goes up, you see all these lines just stop. Those are liquidations. Those are shorts getting taken out because the price of Dogecoin went up and it took out all those trades that were open, which were short trades on Dogecoin, wishing the price went down. But instead, the price went out and it took them out. That's what that means. Cool. That's what I'm here for. Exactly. Still holding Fitty Cat. Good luck. Turbo Cummins. Appreciate it. Well, this poly market, we'll see whether this changes. Dogecoin all-time high before 2026. We'll see when this 16% starts going up. So we need a little push in the Dogecoin price, and we'll see this start to rise up. That'll be fun to watch. Poly market. I'm not trading it. I'm not spending my money on that. But for those that have voted yes, if you believe that Doge is going to get to 73 cents and a new all-time high, you get a nice odds on poly market right now. Nice odds. Lots of YouTubers out there. Thank you, Maramello. What do I think of the all-time high this year? I think an all-time high is in the cards. Is it definite? No, we don't know that, but I just see all these great things being built for Dogecoin. It's kind of hard for it not to get there. I'm not going to like hold everything till then. If Doge gets to 50 cents, I might take a little profit. I'm not buying at 50 cents. There'll be others coming in buying, though. There'll be a lot of new people. The FOMO, Doge is up at that price. You'll get a lot more buyers at 50 cents than you get at 25 cents. Funny how that works, but that's what it is. They come in when the FOMO hits. Ricky, man, how are you? Did I miss anything? A lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun today. Hey, Matt. Welcome back. Will that coin then maximize or diminish your profits by not performing well? Yeah. And that's why I would rotate into Bitcoin or stables. Bitcoin would have the least chance of retracing hard in a bear market. Bitcoin's just not going to go down much. Well, it'll go down, I think, but not anywhere near as much as alts will. So that's why I would rotate into Bitcoin. And then some of it just into stable, into a USDC. And I would do that right on Coinbase. I would, instead of selling to dollars, I would sell to USDC right on Coinbase. And then that starts earning interest. So that's what I'm doing. Jay Flowers, what is your problem, dude? Put you in a timeout. What does put you in a timeout? I don't know what's your problem, dude. Crazy thinking Doge is going to go to $2. Oh, those are all the TA people, Francisco. They're looking at technical analysis on the charts, and they're looking at what Dogecoin's all-time high was in 2017, and then Dogecoin's all-time high in 2021, and you start drawing those lines, right? You get way over $2 for 2025, right? $10, $18 we saw. There are some calling for $30. I mean, it's crazy the way they do their technical analysis, which is why I say TA, no. You got to be realistic. Technical analysis is not going to, right? Remember those Ali charts, right? That we saw? $18 Dogecoin. It was like, come on. Come on. So, yeah. So people saying $2, actually $2 isn't that bad. It'd be a $300 billion market cap. I mean, that's not crazy. Like $100 XRP or something. $2 Dogecoin. It's not crazy, but that would take a lot of buying. That's a lot of Dogecoin buying. There would have to be some serious catalysts. Like if X is integrated or Dogecoin is integrated into Elon's X platform and has exposure to all the millions of users on X, now we're talking. That's some serious catalyst. And Tesla as well. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit ago. If Elon turns on Dogecoin payments for Tesla cars, yeah, Dogecoin will spike in price. Absolutely. Now, $1, $1.50, $2, I mean, those are all numbers right now that are all way beyond Doge has ever traded before. So, Hey, Demo. Nice of you to stop back in. Yep, we're getting close. Getting close to 26 cents here. Getting close. Do. I only got about 5 more minutes, guys. I only got about 5 more minutes. Been given the warning. I've got the warning. Anybody else have any more questions right now? Anything else on your mind? Besides the beautiful Doge, popcorn. You've been eating popcorn this whole time, Ryan? The dinner bell warning, exactly. Yep. Thanks, Demo. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, we'll all meet again tomorrow, too, because tomorrow, are we going to be talking about ETFs tomorrow? We'll see. Is it a good time to sell, Christoph? Awesome. I'm getting hungry now. Popcorn. All right, gang. Hey, everyone have a great evening. Go Packers or Commanders, whichever. We'll see you tomorrow.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.